Okay, so this shows off a bit more complex behavior. I'd like you to look at this guy in particular, I think. Where is it? Yeah, he drives up, he's got a bit of food, and he pushes it towards the light, and then he backs off. So this is a scenario where there's these little food tokens dotted about, and the robots can see them with their floor-looking sensor. When they find one, they drive towards the light source and leave them there. And then they drive away from the light source when they're low on battery power, and at the bottom there's a big row where they can charge up at the end of the day. And finally, this is just a little cute video at eye levels. You can see what it's like to meet one of these things face to face. I think you've probably got an idea of the scale, but they're 25 by 25 millimeters and about 15 millimeters high, something like that. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff. Great talk. Okay, Renee, are you ready for it? Yes. Okay, so please take the stand and make sure your presentation works. Okay, well, unfortunately, it's day 4, so we're almost finished. Oh, yeah, I think so. Wish it could last forever. But, well, we're not finished after the last presentation. We need to clean up this venue. So we might need some help from you. If you want to help, please go to the angel room to heaven and sign up over there. They could really use it. And afterwards, there's a great party at the sea base, which you're invited to. So please help us out and help cleaning up the venue. What you can also do is, if you see a bottle, please just throw it away. That would be so helpful if we don't have to do that afterwards. So don't leave your mess hanging around, but just throw it away. And over here, all the angels can go home a bit early or just go partying. Wow, that's a great presentation.
To rate the talks.
Oh, rate the talks, yes. Thank you, Benjamin. Yes, rate the talks. I just said it, but you can rate the talks if you go to the schedule or the Fahrplan. There you can press on the presentation you've been to. In this case, it's lightning talks. And you can value it all together. Underneath there's a box, and you can actually say which lightning talk you like the best and maybe add some more information about what you liked. Are you ready for it? No, not yet. So please do that. The organization really values your opinion. They want to do it even better next year. I wonder if that's possible.
Yes? Oh yes, it definitely should be a lot better. So next time we plan that we will also create a workshop. So in the evening before all the talks, we will invite all the speakers for the workshop. So we will take a look at the video output about the slides, the contents, the timing of the duration, and give feedback to each other. And of course, then you won't see it as chaotic as it is now, but hopefully just, you know, boringly one after the other.
Wow. Learning together, I think that's a great thing. And yes. Who's next? Okay, after Renee, Lars is coming, and Florian is going to be last. So, yes. Okay, good luck, Renee.
Okay, just sorry for interrupting. So, just want to remind you, tonight's the party. It's on at Seabay, so I hope to see you there. And tomorrow, there's the journey to the end of the night. I don't have the URL handy there, but you'll find it in the wiki. And I hope you'll be participating between 7 and 11 tomorrow evening for the big game, the Run Through the City. And now it's René Schickbauer.
Okay, first, sorry, I can't show you everything. My laptop is property of Stargate Command, so it usually takes an hour to get things work. I want to talk a bit about Marplat. That's a web framework I wrote for my company. And I'm not going into technical details, except it's written in Perl. The first target was Windows. so I can run web servers without having to install Apache, which takes weeks to get it right. So I wrote this simple framework, and the reason I wrote it because I had some special tasks, and the reason I was allowed to write it was because we have this economy crisis. So thankfully we can't buy commercial software. We have to write everything our own. The crisis had also the effect, before I was forced to use Microsoft SQL or Oracle. Now I'm allowed to use Postgres, so it works faster, it works better, and now I'm even allowed to use Linux for my servers instead of Windows 2003 or Vista. And I'm not going to show you much of the technical details because this presentation is 7 or so months old and it's completely out of date because I rewrote the whole thing. But the basic concept is you have one central Perl class and you have these modules you just plug in. You can put any CGI script you wrote for Apache, put in the wrapper, and it should work. And one of the main things is this is not for the internet, this is for the intranet, so it has the big difference is we don't put all the time into security because the people that can hack it work for our company, so if they hack our system, I talk to human resources and the problem gets escorted out of the door. So if I have a problem, it's mostly a one-time problem. So I can put all my resources in just getting things to work. So if you didn't use the economy crisis to implement open source in your company, that's not my problem, but it's yours. Who is still stuck with Windows on his desktop computer? Okay. The next economy crisis is coming 2012. But you don't have to use Linux. There's FreeBSD and OpenSolaris. Just, you know, pick one. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Okay, that's great. Lars, are you up here? Oh. Yes? Okay.
I think my slides are on.
Please, the slides. Okay. For all the lightning talk speakers, please send your slides to us because we want to put them online. Okay, so there are 2 more speakers, and we're going to close with Benjamin. Yes, it's ready. Okay. So good luck, Lars.
This one, yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Lars Aronsson. I'm from Sweden, and I'm going to talk about database rights. I've written database protection here because that would be the literal translation from Swedish, and you should not mix this up with Datenschutz, which is personal data. These are 2 different things. I'm talking about a form of copyright here. I'm the founder of Project Runeberg, which is a book scanning project. I've also been involved in Wikipedia and in OpenStreetMap, so you get the idea that I'm interested in content, free content, even though I have a programming background. I'm also a software developer, but not an active contributor to free software projects. I'm more into the free content projects. So you all know copyright protects literary and artistic works, and you also know that copyright expires when a creator has been dead for 70 years. This is why we have